Games and Wario.
Hey guys, Marlon here from Games and Warriors channel. Now I have a quick should you buy video for you girls and guys today, and this is regarding PlayStation VR. So we know the PlayStation VR comes out tomorrow. So should you buy it? Is it worth it? Stay tuned to find out. Now let's break this thing down. If you already have a PlayStation 4, which I know everybody should have a PlayStation 4 in their house. I mean, Sony sold over 40 something million PlayStation 4s. So yes, I do think y'all have PlayStation 4s in y'all houses. Now the question is, are you interested in VR? If so, besides the mobile aspect of everything with, you can just slap your phone into a shell of a VR and you have the goggles and stuff and you can play like mobile games or watch YouTube videos. This is a much more entry-level way to get into some AAA stuff here. Now the PlayStation VR I think is worth it if you don't have the money to spend on a high-end PC for the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive. Now I had some hands-on time with it at E3 and I must say the PlayStation VR is really worth it. Okay, now it doesn't really have the same feel of view like the Oculus Rift or the Vive, but the resolution in each eye is very good. It's not bad, but I wish it would be a little bit more sharper. Now the problem with the PlayStation VR is that I feel like the Oculus Rift, would be the better choice if you have a high-end PC, like I said. But if you already have a PlayStation 4 and you're trying to get into VR, this is pretty much a no-brainer. Now, we remember rumors about around the time before we knew about the PlayStation Pro, being the PlayStation Neo before they came out with a code name for it and everything, right? But we heard that we couldn't run the PlayStation VR on the regular PlayStation 4, but it turns out that you can because it comes with its own processing, kind of small mini PlayStation 4 thing where you plug all the wires in. So that pretty much does all the processing, and then you plug the wires in your PlayStation 4. There's going to be over 50 games at launch, according to Sony, for this particular PlayStation VR. There's a bunch of developers, indie developers that are working on games for the PlayStation VR. So the future looks bright for PlayStation VR. Now, the PlayStation Move controllers are not fully optimized very well for the PlayStation VR. There were times when I was actually moving the Move controller and it would just, not track it, and then it would just like ruin the whole experience. But if you use the regular PlayStation 4 controller, then everything is all good. So there's a couple of titles that I'm really excited for, like Batman VR, and there's a fighting game, I forgot what it's called, saw it at E3, experienced it, really amazing stuff there. But the much more higher end HTC Vive is going to be your best choice if you have a high-end PC and if you have the money. Now get this, if you don't have a PlayStation 4 at all, then I would recommend you just not getting the PlayStation VR, because you think about it, $500 for the complete set plus $400 for a PlayStation 4. So that's basically the HTC Vive. But it still works out, a lot cheaper than, both the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, because you need high-end PCs, and high-end PCs can cost a lot of money, over $1,000 for a high-end PC. So I do believe that, the PlayStation VR would be the best bang for your money if you're trying to get into VR, if you really love PlayStation, if you really love what they're going to be doing with the games and such, because there's over 50 games that we heard about so far, and plus there's plenty more that's in the works that's going to be coming out for PlayStation VR. The sky's the limit. And also Resident Evil 7 is going to be, I believe, if not, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that it's going to be one of the first AAA games to actually to be optimized with the PlayStation VR, which I cannot wait to experience Resident Evil 7 with PlayStation VR. So I do believe that the future is bright. There's going to be a lot of AAA games. I do believe that is going to be optimized for the PlayStation VR. That's going to be in development, and I hope for developers' sake and for Sony's sake that they keep finding unique ways to integrate the PlayStation VR into their games and such. But yes, I do recommend it. If you have a PlayStation 4 and if you already have the camera like me and the Move controllers, then go for it for $399. You can't beat it. If you don't care about the PlayStation Pro with all the 4K abilities and stuff, then you're good. Then you don't have to be spending a lot of money. Leave in the comments down below. Let me know if you're going to pick up the PlayStation VR tomorrow. Another way to get the PlayStation VR, Taco Bell is doing a promotion where if you buy a value box for $5, you can actually pick up the PlayStation. Well, not pick it up, but get a chance to win a PlayStation VR. So there's different ways to actually, get your hands on a PlayStation VR. But yeah, I would say that it's worth it for the money. It turns out to be a lot more cheaper than the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, in my opinion. Now, if you're looking for a much more higher end VR experience, I would say to either go with the Oculus Rift or the Vive, but the Vive is a lot more sharper in resolution in each of the eyes as far as the quality is concerned, and it's just a lot more premium than the PlayStation VR and the Oculus Rift. Thank y'all so much for another episode of Should You Buy. Let me know if this helped you. Hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and share this around. And peace. I love you guys. I'm out. See you with your PlayStation VR tomorrow. I'm out.
It's me, Wario. Click my nose to subscribe. What are you waiting for? Come on. Come on.